money supersized, G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky, keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind, spit flow, paparazzi flash shine, get dough, champagne, Merlot, cash and tango, in the VIP, now she wanna touch her ankle, get low, mueve mami como el dembow, all eyes on me, peeping through the window, get mine, get yours, believe it or not, in the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the top.
All eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor, all eyes on me, who will see, man you better come get the girls out, all eyes on me, party like a rock star, you can find me in VIP, all eyes on me, yeah where the girls are, this is how your night should be.
What is going on? Let's see. We're trying something a little bit different today, and my name is Ali Madawi, aka your virtual upline. And oh my goodness, I am so happy to be here with you. We got a brand new camera hooked up top. We got the microphone in the bottom. We got the production going on all at the same time. So let me know if I'm coming through okay. I'd like to hear from you. Let's see. I think you can hear me okay. If I heard myself, that means we're good. So where are you chiming in from in this beautiful, amazing Thursday? Just came off a challenge breakthrough session, and a whole lot of incredible things have taken place. So today I got a topic that I think may be very relevant to you, and that is how to create a business with $0. That's right. Have you ever wanted to start a business and you just told yourself, I don't have money, I don't have time, I don't have resources, I don't have this. And now and today I call BS. And the reason I'm qualified to talk to you about this topic here and right now and today is because I've worked with over 40,000 entrepreneurs, struggling entrepreneurs, to become success stories, to get out of the bad circumstance, whatever that may be, and help them leverage the social media space and the digital world to become success stories, to create more revenue, to create brand equity. Is that something that's important to you? So if you are a hopeful entrepreneur, I would love to hear what part of the world are you coming in from? What city, state, and or country do you chime in from? Because I want to give you kudos, because you may be watching us live on Facebook, on Periscope, or on YouTube, or on a replay version. So let me know. So here we go. Let's talk about it. Many individuals struggle with this idea of creating a business because the brain tells the body, you need money, you need time. Yes, you will, but not to start it. See, that's the thing. When you actually just start, you just take that first step to create success, everything will work itself out. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about is you got to find out, what are the free tools that are available to me? What are the free resources? That's right, I said it. Listen, it's not going to scale and make you a 6, 7, 8 figures if you stay at the free side. But to start, you have no excuse. Let me explain. You have a Facebook account, it's free. You have a Zoom account, it's free. You have a cell phone already with a camera in it, right? That's already at place. Just that alone right there is more than what you need to market yourself, to prospect, and to create a leveraged business for yourself. Now, here's the thing, and I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but how am I going to register the company? How am I going to do this? I'll get to that. And here's the thing. I'm even going to share with you some ninja bonuses of the businesses that I've created over the years and generated some revenue before even registering it right away. In other words, I made the money and then I went to register the business, other people money, or OPM, that is Business 101. So what free tools are available to you? If you're a content creator, you have all the social media market platforms. You have applications that are available to you. And if you don't know, there's this thing called YouTube. Yes, you can start with it. Or you can check out Your Strategic Partner podcast, baby. It is available and streaming all over the world right now. If you have not had the chance to listen to it, I share with you everything that I'm doing right now, but a whole lot more. Or you can also visit my website, winwithali.com. There's over 300 videos that literally will give you in 3 different languages that you can use to build and generate a business. So be resourceful. Find out what's available and free to you. I'll share with you one little story. In Hurricane Sandy, we live right on the Jersey Shore, so everything was destroyed. We had businesses, traditional companies. The city was shut down for 8 months, taxi business, gas station, none of that mattered anymore because we didn't have anybody walking in the store. So guess what? I had to become resourceful so I can keep some money coming in. So not only myself, but many individuals, we were creative enough. And at the time, we would go to Craigslist. That's right, Craigslist.com. And we would look for people who had stuff that needed to be thrown out of their house, that needed stuff that was damaged by the water, by Hurricane Sandy. And guess what? There was a lot of scrap metal. And I knew that every washer, like a clothes, like the washer and dryer, that a washer, if I take it to the scrap metal, it will be anywhere from $30 to $40, depending how heavy it is. And I knew that every dryer will be $6 to $16, depending on how heavy it is and how big or small it is. So guess what I was doing throughout the whole day? Scouting. I had to just figure out how to put $10 of gas in my car so I can go back and forth and get that scrap metal to the scrap metal places. And oh my goodness, sometimes I'll come back home with $100, $200 a day. I mean, that's ridiculous for garbage, isn't it? So how many times you pass by areas where there is scrap that is thrown everywhere and you're just like, no, I'm too big for that. Well, guess what? If you're broke, you need to humble yourself. If you need to start a business, by any means necessary, you need to humble yourself. And I did it. Now I'm privileged that I'm a master trainer of an entrepreneurial company that's about to go public in 6 continents, by the way. But guess what? I started from humble beginnings, and I'll share with you some other ways that you can do it in a little bit. Have you ever done anything as crazy as pick up scrap so you can make some money? Let me know in the comment, what is it that you actually have done to create your own greatness? Number 2, what solutions can you sell? See, as entrepreneurs, we sell solutions. See, the reason people spend money to do business with me is because they know what I have will solve their problems in business and marketing and prospecting and social media development and so on and so forth. So guess what? If you yourself right now, if you could position yourself in a place where the knowledge that you have becomes monetized, would you do it? Would you charge people to solve their problems? Because if you say, well, this feels weird, why would I charge people to solve their problems? Guess what a restaurant does? The problem, you're hungry. Solution, food, you pay. Guess what a fast food McDonald's does? You don't have time to sit down for a 30-minute, 40-minute dinner. Guess what? 2 minutes, in and out, done. Guess what a consultant, an advisor, guess what a carpenter does? Guess what a mechanic does? You have a problem with your car. He gives you a solution. He charges you for it. So as an entrepreneur, what we essentially do is that we literally find solutions for people's problems. And then we say, pay me and I'll fix it for you. It is entrepreneurship 101. So instead of you getting caught up and saying, well, I don't know how good I am, I don't know what I can sell, I don't know how I can make money, dude, everything that you do. One of my arguments that I would have all the time with my wife has in our basement like a whole setup for nails. She has a spa that is set up. She has suction cups machines. She probably will get mad at me for telling all this. She would have, I mean, anything and everything that you would literally go to a spa center to pamper yourself and take care of yourself. I'm like, babe, you're so talented. This should be a business. Another thing that my wife is really, really good at. If you don't believe me, connect with my wife and go under Medawi Enterprise events, and you will see all the beautiful decorations. I remember vividly when she asked a young lady a long time ago when the first baby shower for our baby boy, who's 3 years old now, and she wanted an arc or an arch, whatever you call it, of balloons. And the lady said it would be $1,500 to do an arch, from like end to end to make an entrance with balloons. And I was like, did she just say $1,500? She was like, yeah, that's the norm. So guess what? My wife went and started creating her own stuff. And I mean, if you saw any of the pictures from the baby shower we just had for baby Isabel, that's soon to be with us on October 12th, coming soon, baby. I can't wait. So, it looks like a $5,000 setup, but my wife has everything. She has access to the tables, the chairs, the covers, the bows, everything, the tent, I mean, the backdrop, she has it all. And I'm like, babe, like this is a business waiting for you to happen. I'll hire the crew to do all the physical work. I'll get you clientele. You're just passionate about it. So you should absolutely focus on it. Guess what? My wife says, nope, I do it for me, myself, and I don't want to make no money with this thing. I'm not you, Ali. You're an entrepreneur. I'm not. So, but I'm sharing this with you so you know that any solution that you can create, you can monetize. I'll give you another example. We live in the United States, and the United States, out of all Western civilization, has the worst amount of bad credit ratings in its population. So chances are, some of you who are watching right now, you have had at some point bad credit. I, by the way, don't sell credit repair companies or none of that stuff. I'm just using it as an example. So guess what? If you ruined your credit and figured out how to solve it or fix it or get it up, you now have golden knowledge. Imagine doing a Facebook Live and saying, hey, everybody, I had a horrible credit. It was 400 and change, and now it is over 750, and I'm able to get a credit line. I'm able to buy a house. I'm able to do this. I'm going to be giving a complimentary webinar for a half an hour in 30 minutes from now. Zoom, free webinar, bam. I'm going to add you in at the end of the webinar. Hey, if you become a member of mine and you pay $50 a month, we're going to be part of a group that you can find all the tools and skills, and I will work with you every single week to fix your credit. Boom, you're getting customers. Free Facebook group. And then, here's the thing. This is where the magic needs to happen. When you generate a little tiny bit of money, you need to reinvest that money in your growth. See, this is where everybody gets it wrong. You make a little bit of money and you go buy sneakers. You make a little bit of money and you go blow it on the club. You make a little bit of money and you say, Mama, we made it. We don't have to do anything anymore. No, what you need to do is take that money and now invest it. Because what did you say at the beginning? I don't have money to start a business. I don't have money to scale a business. I don't have money to get the tools and resources necessary. And this will lead to my third story. So my mother wanted to start a catering business. And I'll never forget this. She was like, my dream is to have my own catering thing. I want to cook for people. I want to make people happy. I said, I'll tell you what, Mom, I'll be your partner. I'm going to help you out. Now, Mom was a little bit scared because she's never had a business. She's never created or started a business. And Mom told me straight up, like, I'm not going to be able to do this by myself. I said, don't worry. I'm going to help you out. She said, well, you're already busy and you're traveling. But I'm going to help you out. Let me explain. And here's what ended up happening. I think our Bluetooth just turned off. I got to keep this in my ear. Otherwise, you're going to hear an echo. As real gets live. Hold on a second. Back to you, Ali. All right. I hear myself now. I got to keep this in my ear. Otherwise, it's going to come back to the microphone. Anyhow. So here's what ended up happening. I ended up creating a little bit of a menu, just a suggestive menu. And we asked friends and family and everybody that I know, hey guys, if anybody has a party, anybody has an event, my mother is launching her own catering business. Now I'm ServSafe certified. I was a chef and I personally will be catering this whole thing. Now I leverage my name, I leverage my network, my experience and expertise. And I brought my mother for her own passion. And she's really good at cooking, cookies, anything you may imagine. So here's what ended up happening. I had a young lady from Howell, New Jersey that reached out and she said, my birthday's coming up, my 30th birthday, and I really want to do a big deal. And my budget is a little bit limited. And I was like, all right, cool, let's sit down. So this young lady sat down with my mother and I, and she told us what she wanted, how she wanted it, what kind of food, what kind of cookies, what kind of cake, what kind of setup, the amount of tables. And then I said, great, give me 24 hours. And then I'll give you a proposal. So guess what I did? In those 24 hours, I calculated how much food I would have needed to purchase, what kind of equipments I would have needed to have, what would I needed to rent, how many people I need to have working with us. And then I went and I realized, okay, cool. This is what it would cost me. I remember it was less than maybe $500. But I said, okay, to make this profitable for everybody, including myself, my mother, and the two people that were helping, they were family members, of course. So guess what we did? We ended up having a proposal of $1,750. That's what it was. It was a small party, 2 hours. And I told that young lady, if you give us a deposit of $500, we'll see you the day of the party. We'll have everything ready for you, and then you can handle the rest afterwards. She was like, that's amazing. That's all I need to give you right now. I'm like, that's all you need to give me right now. So I took the 500 and I bought everything. I bought the equipment. I bought the food. I bought everything. I rented everything she asked for. And then the night before, we prepped, we pre-cooked, we did everything that we needed to do. The day of the party, we took everything, officially cooked, and did what we had to do. Now, here's the interesting thing. Not only we got the rest of the amount due of the invoice, but she gave us an additional $250 tip. She was very happy. She loved everything, how it was presented. Now, moral of the story, what do you think I did? See, everything that I bought for that party, I brought it back, put it in the garage. Now we have equipment. Now we have an official business. I went and I registered Medawi Enterprise Catering. I went ahead and I told my mother, start an inventory list of what we need for the next party. And just like that, Mom had a catering company. Not bad, right? How much did it cost us to start? Zero. What was it that we needed to do? Ridiculous work ethic, prospecting, work as if you already have the money and the money will appear. That's the difference. See, people end up just freezing up and not working their business versus let me go work and hustle. Money's going to come. And then you have to reinvest it in your business because that's what Mom did. We reinvested in the business. By the way, that led to growth where we ended up having a catering, a deli actually. Like an actual physical deli that came out of that, out of nothing. So you too can build any business you put your mind into. So let me give you some ninja bonuses, some ideas of businesses. I mean, I already told you a few. So one of the things that I've done now, obviously this might not apply right now, but leave it in your notes that you can do it. So we had a taxi business and obviously after Hurricane Sandy, we just let it go because it was just destroyed. But what we did, we kept the concept and we knew that Uber and Lyft were starting to really pick up and take over the transportation business. So what I did is I started getting cars and then I started hiring people. And then I had them download the Lyft and Uber app and I added them in the insurance. There was agreements and contracts and we vetted them out, interviews and all that kind of stuff. And then what ended up happening is that we split 50-50. That's the same concept of a taxi company, but it was through Uber and Lyft. Why did I do that? See, a taxi business cost us where we are at least $47,000 for the medallion just to buy the title to say I can do business as a taxi company. With Uber and Lyft, we didn't need to. And a taxi company, you're limited to the jurisdiction of the zip code where you are. With Uber and Lyft, you are not. You can go drive anywhere in the state. So last thing that I understood, Lyft and Uber drivers were struggling with one thing. Either they didn't have the right car that didn't qualify, or they didn't want to put mileage in their own cars. So it was my car, my vehicle. We split it 50-50. I pay for the insurance. I pay for the oil change, and you keep the car. Guess what everybody did? They hustled. They worked. So that's an idea that worked really, really well for us. Here's another thing. When it comes to consulting, coaching, I get a lot of people that would ask me questions about, hey, Ali, can you help me code an HTML into my website? Something I know nothing of. But here's what I do know. I know somebody else who does it. I call that person. I say, hey, man, I got a client of mine that needs XYZ service, and I know that you provide it. I would like to refer them to you, but I want to make some money because that's my client. Can we go 50-50 on that deal? You do the work because it's my connection. I get 50% commission. Sometimes they say yes right away. Sometimes they say, no, it doesn't make sense. 40-60, 70-30 or whatever. But guess what? I'm not doing the work. I just introduced. So I humble myself. I accept the offer. And now I made money from that transaction. Doesn't cost me anything to refer anybody besides hustle. So who do you know with a business that you can go to and say, hey, I got a network. I want to refer them to you. How much would you pay me just for referring people to you? How much would you pay me to get you business? Ninja bonuses. Now, if you want more ninja bonuses, you got to ask Alexa or Siri to play your strategic partner in your favorite podcast, and they'll play it for you, or I'll put it on the actual comment itself. Or you can just go to winwithali.com. Make sure you join the inner circle, the Lion Network Marketer podcast. I'm thinking about this podcast so much. The Lion Network Marketer audiobook is coming out September 25th. So for those of you who join the inner circle, you're going to get it for free. I'm literally going to send you the audiobook for free. So go to winwithali.com and opt into the inner circle. I send you a lot of tools, a lot of resources, a lot of content. Every time the podcast episode comes up, you're the first one to get it, and exclusive training content just for you. So if you're genuinely an entrepreneur, let me know. Now, drop that like button, drop some emojis, give me some love. Let me know that you are an entrepreneur and you do exist. And I pray to God that you have enjoyed this information that I shared with you, and no longer say, I don't have money to start a business, because you never needed the money. All you actually needed is the ability for you to just open your eyes and be resourceful. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new installment in this very same channel with the ME Show. Or listen to the podcast, your strategic partner. Peace out, everybody.